Caitlin Clark absolutely destroyed the Atlanta Dream, as I knew she would. The GOAT, the MVP, put on a show and embarrassed Angel Reese, as she always does, because Angel Reese can't tie Caitlin Clark's shoelaces if her life depended on it. Caitlin Clark posted her 23rd career game with at least 25 points and 5 assists.
Something just happened in Atlanta that no one saw coming. Caitlin Clark didn't just beat Angel Reese. She delivered a moment that changed the entire atmosphere, with Reese's family watching from the stands. One frozen second, one unforgettable reaction, and suddenly the arena went quiet. The rivalry between these two just produced another shocking chapter, but this one felt different. You've never seen anything quite like this between them. Sit tight, because you don't want to miss what happened next.
Butter, as in butt her face. Butt her face. Great legs, great butt, great skin, and then the face. In Angel's case, it's the basketball version. Terrific rebounder, real defender, motor that doesn't quit, body built for the glass. But her offense, atrocious, embarrassing, the kind of finishing that can ruin everything people actually like about her game.
The Indiana Fever rolled into Atlanta on a Sunday night in August, looking like a team that had finally figured out how to handle the pressure of a tight playoff race. But what followed quickly became much bigger than just another important game. The atmosphere was intense from the opening minutes, with every possession carrying extra weight and every mistake becoming a potential headline. Caitlin Clark once again found herself at the center of the attention, while Angel Reese and her team were fighting to make a statement on their home floor. What followed was the kind of dramatic evening that could be replayed in highlight packages for years whenever anyone wants to talk about the ongoing rivalry between Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese.
I think Ryan Howard airballs a shot to win the game late. It lands in Angel Reese's lap, and collectively the whole world said, yeah, she ain't making that. Collectively, the whole world said, oh, Angel Reese has it? Oh, and it's a layup? Yeah, she's bricking that. And lo and behold, point blank range to win the game, we get a classic Angel Reese pray up and a...
Clark put up 26 points and 9 assists while the Fever fought their way to a hard-earned 95-91 overtime victory. But somewhere in the middle of all that pressure and chaos, Angel Reese found herself with a golden opportunity to win the game in regulation. Instead, the moment turned into a painful one, creating the kind of reaction that can make an entire family shift uncomfortably in their seats. With the game hanging in the balance, every second mattered, and one missed opportunity suddenly became one of the biggest talking points of the night.
Not only that, the best part about all of this, the best part about all of this, and I mean all of this, is as this happens, Caitlin's laughing at her. Caitlin is laughing at Angel Reese missing the open layup. This is my favorite WNBA picture of the season. Is Caitlin Clark just laughing at Angel Reese?
From the opening tip, it was clear this was never going to be a quiet rivalry game. Clark attacked the defense with the confidence of a player who knows she can create something out of almost nothing, slicing into the paint, finding open shooters, and constantly forcing the Dream to scramble whenever the ball was in her hands.
If KK continued to play like this, I feel like we all knew KK had it in her. She just had to find her grit. And that is exactly what KK did today. KK showed up in overtime and pivotal moments. KK kept the fight within itself throughout this game. And I cannot tell you I'm happy enough. Kelsey Mitchell, 19 games.
Reese, for her part, spent the early stretches battling on the glass and trying to bring her usual physical presence. Yet the shots that normally fall for her kept finding the rim instead of the net. She finished the night 5 for 16 from the field, a shooting line that became even more noticeable as the cameras repeatedly showed the stands and the people close to her watching every possession. Clark, meanwhile, kept the assists coming and finished with 9, consistently creating easy opportunities for her teammates. Every time she found an open player for a clean look, It felt like another reminder that Clark was controlling the offense while Reese struggled to find her rhythm.
In the third quarter, we saw Caitlin Clark take it to the rack. When she takes it to the rack, I don't think defenders are prepared for how quick Caitlin Clark is. I don't think defenders are prepared for how quick and how easy she can get to the rim. They're just not prepared for it. She does it pretty effortlessly, and she finishes at a high clip as well. I've said it. I've been beating the drum. Caitlin Clark this season has showed that she is an elite.
The first half belonged to the Dream in spurts, with Alicia Gray scoring from every angle, while the Atlanta bench fed off the energy of a home crowd that still believed their team could close things out. Reese attacked the glass all night, finishing with 14 rebounds and 6 assists, numbers that look respectable on paper, but many of those possessions still ended with missed opportunities around the basket. Clark kept Indiana within striking distance by refusing to force anything, letting the game come to her and breaking down the Dream defense with precise passes that repeatedly created open looks. By the time the third quarter arrived, the Fever had settled into a rhythm that felt increasingly difficult to stop, and Clark's ability to control the tempo made her impact look far more efficient as Indiana continued to turn up the pressure.
Angel Reese played dirty, as usual. She's turning into DJ Current 2.0. Blatantly smacks Kelsey Mitchell in the face. Might have to make a whole nother damn video about that alone, bruh. But let's check out the box score here. Michaela Timpson, 33 minutes, 20 points, 9 of 13 from the field, 7 rebounds, 2 of 4 from free throw land. Aaliyah Boston, 37 minutes played, 18 points, 14 rebounds. Caitlin Clark,
Then came the fourth quarter, the stretch where everything that had been building all night finally boiled over. The score stayed tight, the crowd stayed loud, and every possession carried the pressure of a possible playoff positioning shift. Reese continued battling on the offensive glass, but the finishing touch that usually defines her game simply wasn't there. She had multiple chances to put the Dream ahead or keep them level. Yet the ball kept bouncing off the rim in ways that made the entire arena groan. Clark, meanwhile, continued impacting the game without needing to score on every possession. Her 9 assists came from constantly reading the floor, and whenever Atlanta overcommitted to stopping her, she simply found an open teammate who could convert. Indiana's young frontcourt stepped up as well, but Clark's calm presence helped keep the Fever composed in a hostile environment. Then came the moment everyone would remember. With the score tied at 81, Atlanta had the ball, and Reese found herself with a putback opportunity that looked almost automatic. The rebound came directly to her, the basket was right there, and for a split second it appeared the Dream were about to win in regulation. Instead, the ball rolled off the rim, leaving the arena stunned as the game headed toward overtime.
The Atlanta Dream just failed. The Atlanta Dream just got made a fool of by the Indiana Fever in an overtime game. Might I add, it shouldn't have been an overtime game because they had 3 chances to make the game end right then and there. The game should have concluded in the fourth and final quarter. First of all, we had Ryan Howard attempt a 3, brick. Angel Reese attempts a layup. She got the rebound after Ryan Howard bricked that 3 in the fourth and final quarter. It was 81 points to...
Clark was positioned close enough to see the entire sequence unfold. But rather than making a huge celebration, she simply moved on and stayed focused on the next possession. While Reese was still processing the missed opportunity, Clark was already preparing for overtime. Then the extra period began, and the Fever immediately looked more composed. Clark continued to orchestrate the offense, making smart decisions and knocking down key free throws while Indiana stayed in control. Reese finished with 5 of 16 shooting, and the contrast with Clark's 26 points and 9 assists made the difference in the biggest moments even more noticeable. Indiana ultimately improved to 23-12 with the victory, keeping the Fever firmly in the race for home court advantage, while Atlanta dropped to 21-13 after letting a winnable game slip away on its own floor. It was a night where one missed opportunity changed everything, and Clark's composure helped Indiana finish what Atlanta couldn't.
Things that's guaranteed in life: death, taxes, and Angel Reese missing crucial layups. And my goodness, she missed it at a perfect time. Thank you, Angel Reese, because now Fever can move up in the standings because of you. You blew it for your dream. And also, man, Kelsey Mitchell, you were pissing me off a little bit.
What made the entire evening feel even more significant was the simple fact that it happened in Atlanta, in front of the people who know Reese best. Families travel for these games. They sit in the stands. They wear the same colors, and they feel every make and miss as if they were on the court themselves. Clark didn't need to say a word or make some exaggerated celebration. She simply played her game, stayed composed, and delivered when the pressure was at its highest. The result was a performance that left the home crowd with the uncomfortable realization that the visiting Fever had controlled the biggest moments. This rivalry has already produced plenty of memorable chapters, but this one felt different because the drama came naturally through missed opportunities, efficient playmaking, and late-game composure. Reese's rebounding and passing numbers were respectable, but the 5-for-16 shooting and the crucial missed opportunity at the end of regulation turned what could have been a signature home performance into a night she would probably rather forget. The cameras captured enough of the reactions to ensure the moment would travel far beyond Atlanta, while the fact that family members were present added another emotional layer to a game that fans will be discussing for a long time.
Caitlin Clark was just on fire on her. Look at this back and forth, give and go. KK getting smart. I think Caitlin knows something that we don't know about KK. She's been so confident in giving KK that ball. She's been leveling KK game up. She's been leveling up, man. KK about to get that paper. Another entry pass to Aaliyah Boston cooking up. Man, this game was crazy. This game was crazy, man. Aaliyah Boston going to work, dumps it all. Look at this. Oh my goodness. Caitlin throwing it to the corner. Ty was still on.
The Fever's 4-game winning streak now looks even more impressive considering the quality of the opposition they have faced, and Caitlin Clark's consistency throughout that stretch has been impossible to ignore. She has continued producing at a high level, scoring 20-plus points in consecutive games while making an impact as both a scorer and playmaker. Reese remains one of the league's most physical forwards and an elite rebounder who can completely change a game when her shot is falling, but nights like this reveal the difference that can appear when every possession carries greater pressure. Clark walked into Atlanta, controlled the tempo, created opportunities for her teammates, scored when Indiana needed her, and left with a victory that felt like another statement. Reese, meanwhile, finished with respectable numbers on the stat sheet, but the missed opportunities made the performance feel very different in real time. That's what makes rivalries so compelling. The moments when one player finds another level while the other is left searching for answers. This chapter will likely be remembered throughout the season, not because of a dramatic confrontation, but because Clark remained composed, made the bigger plays, and helped the Fever walk away with the victory when it mattered most.
Sherrod with Reese leaking out, finds her, and Reese can't finish the layup.
Y'all, this is why people are watching women's basketball. It's because of this. Remember, that's what she said. This is why. It's not just because of one person. It's because of her too. It's because of her missing wide open layups like this. It's because of her missing 2-3 times underneath the basket. Meanwhile, you got Caitlin Clark draining 3 after 3 from the damn near parking lot while being defended by 2 people. But
the final score read 95-91 in overtime, yet the real difference felt much larger once the dust settled. Clark's performance was the kind that reminded everyone why she remains at the center of so many conversations about the league's present and future, while Reese's night showed that even talented players can have games where nothing seems to go their way. The family seats that had been filled with excitement at the start of the night emptied with a completely different energy, and that shift may linger longer than any single statistic. Basketball at this level is unforgiving, and on this particular Sunday, the biggest opportunity slipped away when the game was there to be won. The numbers will remain in the record books, the clips will continue circulating, and the debate will continue, but the lasting image is of a home star dealing with a painful missed opportunity while the visiting players stayed composed and prepared for the next phase of the game. That's the kind of moment that can define a season, shape a rivalry, and become part of the story fans remember long after the final buzzer.